We got to get Steven here because he spent a lot of the morning cutting up the latest George Carlin special.
Oh, right.
Oh, I taped that. It wasn't any good?
I heard a little bit of it in the office.
Not a fan.
Not a fan of the Carlin.
I think
I'm
he's
a
still
fan
doing
of the old Carlin.
I think George Carlin is still relevant.
No. Stop
I swear to God,
You're
I think
lying.
he's still relevant. I went and saw him.
Opie's lying.
I went and saw him a couple of years ago, film one of his HBO specials, and it was great.
I'm not digging on him anymore. Used to be cool, used to be relevant, used to be cutting edge. Now, all he does, here's what he does. He gets up on stage and starts rattling things off, and it's more how quickly can I just babble shit out, and then not one laugh during the time he's speaking. Then when he finishes babbling, he gets an applause break, and then he's back to babbling again, trying to rhyme, almost like he's rapping. It's almost like a George Carlin rap. Not funny.
I think you're right, but I think if his what an asshole, Derek. Come on. If the stuff he was talking about wasn't it was Travis that time. If the stuff he was talking about was completely irrelevant, I think he'd have a point. But he's actually trying to.
It's unfortunately, look, I don't know how into popular culture he is at this stage in his life, but it almost sounds forced.
That's
like
Terry Garr?
When he makes
she's a wreck.
Holy that's Terry Garr?
Oh my God.
Al Roker's...
Wasn't she cute in that episode of Star Trek?
We have a lot of TVs in the studio.
She was in
Mr. Mom.
No, that's what you look like if you don't do any work. That's what Goldie Hawn should look like. Seriously.
That is not Terry Garr.
Good for her. She's 53 and she looks like it.
Wow, what happened?
That's her? You can't even tell it's her.
She was even kind of cute in Close Encounters.
It looks like she has fat makeup on for a role she's playing.
She's going to be in the Nutty Professor part 3.
You know, she was supposed to be like Goldie Hawn a little back in those days, the wacky, goofy kind of ditzy blonde. And wow,
that's her. I mean,
she's got to be on some kind of medication that puffs her up.
She's got maybe she's on the Jerry Lewis drug.
Maybe.
What were going on in the country at the time.
And then one of your biggest challenges, obviously, for years you were suffering with pain, and then you're diagnosed with multiple sclerosis.
Oh, Opie!
What went through your mind when you finally got the diagnosis?
Well, when I finally got the diagnosis, I was at last happy to know maybe there was something we could put a name to this. But I had symptoms for many.
Wow, that time is a bitch. I gotta tell you, no one escapes time. No one. That
tick tock.
There was a time she was considered sexy. Kind of like
she was 20 years ago.
Fucking hot, yeah.
She used to do those Letterman appearances, and there was a little chemistry there, a little sexual energy.
Come on, a little dress there. She was hot.
Skirt.
And then she played in a lot of movies where she was very sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, go ahead, Steve.
I understand what Ant's saying. I just think
Terry Garr.
Yes,
he's still, he does make you think. He does come up with relevant material. Do you think?
Like when he's talking about the internet, even it sounds like an old guy trying to reference the internet. Like I'm sorry, he's just there's nothing he can do. Tick tock, tick tock. He's not a kid anymore.
No, I understand.
And older people tend to not be able to reference things that are current very well.
I think
sounds out of place.
There's a part of him that's still stuck in the 70s, I think. But still, he does come up with relevant material. And in addition to that 2-minute monologue that he comes up with in the beginning, or 3-minute monologue that he does in the beginning of his HBO special, which I agree does sound forced because it's like beat poetry almost.
Yeah, exactly. Ugh.
Which is not a relevant art form, I think, anymore. Did beat poetry go away 20 years ago, 30 years ago? I don't know.
I think he's still brilliant.
He got fired. He got fired.
Beat poet
at MGM. The MGM Grand. He got fired.
Oh, yeah. He went out there.
The guy's like pushing 70. He's selling tickets and he still gets fired.
Yeah, I think he's still brilliant.
He went out there and just bashed the place.
No, what kind of a fucking idiot would actually come to Las Vegas?
Yeah.
I would have loved to have been sitting there seeing
bash
those white...
the city, bash the people in the audience for being there. Yeah, I just don't think he wanted the gig.
Let me go to David for 1 second. David?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hi.
Make it fast, bro. We're in a flow here, I think.
You got it.
I think we got something going on.
I'm calling you with a little heads up here. I just got my new subscription of FHM magazine.
Yeah.
as a beautiful insert for XM satellite radio, and you guys are displayed very, very nicely in the middle of it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're doing that in all the hot magazines this month. Great.
You're sandwiched between Franken and Tyra.
FHM. All right, I know. That's the same pullout they had in Us Weekly, or Us Magazine, whatever it's called.
They're taking care of you guys.
Thank you, David. I appreciate that.
You got it.
Yeah, Terry Garr and Young Frankenstein. Very, very hot.
There you go.
Yeah.
So,
oh, that's right. Yeah, sure.
So why don't we play the Carlin then? Life is Worth Losing?
Life is Worth Losing was the HBO special. Yeah.
You want to play the first bit?
Yeah, you should have it right
Hey, is that naked Terry Garr?
Yeah,
What movie is that from?
That's from One from the Heart, 1982.
82? All right.
No.
Jiminy cricket.
All right, as we go to break, some George Carlin from his HBO
Oh, we're not going to comment on it?
Oh, you want to?
Yeah, I don't want him to get away with this shit. Like it's just fucking playing a comic.
By the way, we're going to start podcasting. Accepting podcasts on this show.
What?
Listening to podcasts.
We're going to have people send in their podcasts.
Okay. Oh, great. Who are they emailing those to?
Steve.
I got a communique from Elo. It's a whole thing he wants to try.
Okay.
Podcasting. We got to set up a system.
Okay.
And people are going to do like a show. And then...
Yeah, it's got to be like 3 or 4 minutes long, though. Really short.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll do something with them. Maybe we'll do something on the weekend or something. We got to start jazzing up the weekends on this channel. We really.
You want to play jazz on the weekends? What?
Well, that would be nice too. And we're also having the listeners vote for their favorite bits since being at XM. We're gonna have an end of year special.
Ooh, how about that?
That's gonna be very, very involved, hopefully. All right. So you want to comment about this?
Yeah, leave the mics on. I just want to hear.
All right.
I'm a modern man, a man for the millennium, digital and smoke-free, a diversified multicultural...
What happened?
Postmodern deconstructionist.
CD 1 or 2?
If this CD player's still in here tomorrow, it won't be in here anymore, okay?
Are you saying that you're going to rip it out and break it, Opie? Because I couldn't believe that. I've never seen you do anything like that. Well, I wouldn't take it as a real threat, anybody
now
listening.
It's interrupting our show. It's happened 3 or 4 times. We said that there's something wrong with this CD player. Is it the CD that you guys recorded?
Better not.
No, Opie, you wouldn't do something like... Come on.
Oh,
Opie, put it down.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus.
In the office.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God, he's ripping it.
Well, now it's got to be fixed, because now the tray doesn't close. So now we can't use it. Now we can't be confused and use it.
By which one works and which one doesn't.
Because, look, now it doesn't work at all.
It doesn't work.
See, now we won't be confused anymore, and it won't interrupt the flow of our radio show.
Yeah.
See, that's what we do. See?
Were you supposed to pull it like that?
I heard something crack.
I'm a modern man, a man for the millennium, digital and smoke-free, a diversified multicultural postmodern deconstructionist, politically, anatomically, and ecologically incorrect. I've been uplinked and downloaded, I've been inputted and outsourced. I know the upside of downsizing, I know the downside of upgrading. I'm a high-tech lowlife, a cutting-edge, state-of-the-art, bicoastal multitasker, and I can give you a gigabyte in a nanosecond.
All right, and then they just applaud that it was that.
No, but that's always been his style, though.
It really has. Carlin also memorizes pages and pages and pages of monologue.
That hasn't always been his style.
You're not helping George Carlin.
I
think he's brilliant, but to say that he's good at mesmerizing. Jesus,
memorizing. All right.
That he's good at memorizing is not going to help.
I understand that was
the
his
argument.
I can understand that's his style, that whole flow thing. But usually, it's funny. Like that's not funny. He's just standing there. He's babbling. Just how many words can I fucking string together and throw out there? And then people applaud for the fact that, wow, he did it without really stuttering or tripping up. It wasn't funny, but I'm kind of impressed that his tongue and teeth work together so well.
All right, let's take a little more.
I'm sorry, I'm
not
taking it.
I'm new wave, but I'm old school, and my inner child is outward bound. I'm a hot-wired, heat-seeking, warm-hearted, cool customer, voice-activated and biodegradable. I interface with my database. My database is in cyberspace, so I'm interactive, I'm hyperactive, and from time to time I'm radioactive.
See, he's using, like, old terminology. I'm sorry.
I just can't rip the...
Of course, you're a comic. You can't.
No, I've seen guys who are just dated in their 35. What's up with the Gulf War? I mean, the first one? You remember that? This guy's like pushing 70, and it's like... I don't know. You didn't like his last special where he was telling people that their kids weren't special and that there's no God?
No,
and
that's
watching
good.
people freaking out. I like that shit.
I thought he was extremely
that AIDS bit
bitter.
He had?
Extremely bitter in his last special, which is fine, you know.
He did get very angry for a while. He's
he was
throttled back,
really
I think.
pissed.
Well, because he's got a new lady.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, his first wife.
There was a really good interview in Rolling Stone magazine, and he's got a very young lady right now. And he's very, very happy.
If I paid to see George Carlin, I'm not like going out to see a lot of comics in my life. I just know about Carlin. You know, I don't know everything about him, but I pay good money to see him, and I sit down and I get like this kind of thing. I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be sitting there going, it's not fucking funny.
All right, let's continue.
Watch some chuckles. Give more applause.
Behind the 8 ball, ahead of the curve, riding the wave, dodging the bullet, pushing the envelope. I'm on point, on task, on message, and off drugs. I got no need for coke and speed. I got no urge to binge and purge. I'm in the moment, on the edge, over the top, but under the radar. A high-concept, low-profile, medium-range ballistic missionary. A streetwise smart bomb. A Top Gun bottom feeder. I wear power ties. I tell power lies. I take power naps. I run victory laps. I'm a totally ongoing Bigfoot slam-dunk rainmaker with a proactive outreach. A raging workaholic. A working rageaholic. Out of rehab and in denial.
Oh, and then he goes,
that guy. He's ripping off Nipsey Russell.
I got a personal trainer, a personal shopper, a personal assistant,
and keeps going.
And then he keeps going.
All right, we'll save everybody. Right.
What do you do? No, because this makes my point. This makes my point.
You know what? I'm not even going to argue it anymore.
Okay.
I think you win. I'm not. I think
this goes on and on.
I think it's pretty clever how he could, throw all that together.
But that's not his whole.
Were you just doing it?
Yeah, you just got his beginning back. You know what? If Hendrix lived, he'd be criticizing him right
together.
now. Be lighting a fucking accordion on fire at this point. Look at this guy. That's Woodstock shit again.
But I don't listen to George Carlin because he could string all that crap together.
No,
I like when he gets into actual stuff.
Yeah, that's. I
can't really argue that. I think Anthony's making a pretty good point there. It's clever. It's well thought out, and
enough. And maybe throw it out for one little round.
He's good at memorizing and all that. But is it actually funny? No. It's clever. And it's got almost like a beat to it.
I'm a lean, mean fighting machine. Tell a joke.
I mean, he does.
That's cheese, toast, and some green beans.
That's only 3 minutes of his of an hour-long special. The rest,
first 3.
Yeah, but then the next bit here: educational system and corporations own the U.S.
Right. That's a typical Carlin, anti-establishment, bitter rant.
All right, I'm willing to open my mind.
Let's say hi to Mike on Long Island. Mike?
Yeah.
Hey.
We saw George Carlin at Westbury last year. Half the place walked out on him. It was awful.
Why?
Really?
He was terrible.
Yeah.
It's probably working out the special.
All right.
It was awful. Yeah. I mean, the guy was just not funny.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Let's say hi to Aaron. Aaron?
Yeah.
Hey.
What's up?
What's up?
Well, I'm telling you, his last special sucked. It was cynical. It was morbid. And he's usually, hates humans, blah, 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 loves disasters and whatnot. But this time, this last special, he's gone off the deep end. He's just shitty.
All right. Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah.
Well said. Let's say hi to
they're
Ken.
missing that's why he's enjoyable.
Yeah, I like the black comedy.
No, to listen to that reaction. Then you go see him and you watch him be, this guy, he's just gone off the deep end.
But everything that guy just listed is exactly why people like Carlin. It's because he's so morbid.
There's 75 to 100 people walked down on his show in Denver about a year ago.
Let's say hi to Ken in Pittsburgh. Ken?
Hi, O&E.
Hi.
Hey, I saw Carlin, it must have been March last year, and he was reading that poetry that he did on the HBO special. So I've got to memorize this for the HBO special, and he was reading it.
I was reading it?
Yeah.
You guys in Pittsburgh should feel lucky that Carlin even came to your city.
Oh, he was great, other than that beginning part.
All right, thank you, sir.
And aren't the kids not special? When come on, Bill Hicks, didn't he do that? That whole thing about how your kids aren't special.
Oh yeah.
Then he's wiped a whole generation off his chest with a sock.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's get into this other clip, and we'll see where it goes.
All right.
But if you talk to one of them about this, if you isolate one of them, you sit them down rationally, and you talk to them about the low IQs and the dumb behavior and the bad decisions, right away they start talking about education. That's the big answer to everything. Education. They say we need more money for education. We need more books, more teachers, more classrooms, more schools. We need more testing for the kids. You say to them, well, you know, we've tried all of that, and the kids still can't pass the test. They say, oh, don't you worry about that. We're going to lower the passing grades. And that's what they do in a lot of these schools now. They lower the passing grades so more kids can pass. More kids pass, the school looks good, everybody's happy, the IQ of the country slips another 2 or 3 points, and pretty soon all you'll need to get into college is a fucking pencil. Got a pencil? Get the fuck in there. It's physics. Then everyone wonders why 17 other countries graduate more scientists than we do. Education. Politicians know that word. They use it on you. Politicians have traditionally hidden behind 3 things: the flag, the Bible, and children. No child left behind. No child left behind. Oh, really? Well, it wasn't long ago you were talking about giving kids a head start. Head start? Left behind? Someone's losing fucking ground here. But there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The big, the wealthy
man.
The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. They're irrelevant. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets, and they own all the big media news, all the big media companies. So they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want.
Yeah, there's really no setup punch anymore.
It's true.
Okay. Right,
I mean, what he's saying, you know, this sounds. You could sit smoking a joint with any aged hippie and hear this shit. There's no jokes here. It's just him fucking babbling about the government, and that's not the George Carlin of old. I'm sorry, it's old George Carlin.
It's his views on education and corporations in America.
Great, do it in a comedic style.
Yeah,
don't just tell me, hey, there's politicians out there, and what they're doing is... And he thinks because he's doing it in this, like, kind of flow that it's any better than just being lectured. That's a fucking lecture you went to. You paid to see George Carlin lecture you on fucking politics.
And I gotta tell you,
yes,
I knew we were going to do this today, and I thought you and I would have a lively discussion, and I knew Bill wouldn't say anything because it's about a comedian, and
you know how
God forbid
courageous comics are,
talking about other comics
that paved the way.
God forbid. But I gotta tell you, I think I see it your way now.
Yeah,
I really do.
Well, thank you.
I
think Carlin's a bitter old man.
Who the fuck am I to trash George Carlin?
You're not the only
guy.
What
are you hearing?
And
use your own mind, man.
Okay, so his 98th HBO special maybe fucking missed the mark a little bit. I mean, what the fuck do you want from me here?
Anthony and I have been at this a long time. We just noticed when comedians come in and we start a lively discussion about comics, you guys will just not say a word.
Yep.
Why?
What do you mean? What? Well, first of all, you're talking George Carlin.
And I'm not attacking you.
You're not just bringing up some jackass.
No, we've done this with Robin
Joe
Williams.
Rogan came in here and trashed everybody. But the thing about it, he was trashing guys. It's like he's trashing Carlos Mencia. I don't know the fucking guy.
No, we're not. All right, you can say George. Hold on.
I mean, what the fuck? And then you guys end up having him in here the next week, and you're talking to him.
That's what makes it fun.
And you never brought this shit up to him, did you?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah.
With Carlos?
That's not what I heard. I'm just out on a limb right now.
We played the clips.
We played the clips.
I didn't hear that.
This is what I want to say. George Carlin, I think, is a very funny guy. I got the box set, and I buy a lot of the stuff that he puts out, okay? So I'm not questioning if he's talented, if he's had a great career. Of course, he's on HBO every year, every 2 years. He's done some great things. Things we'll never do in our careers.
Absolutely.
Okay, you want to know what
all I'm saying is, what do you think of this right now, what we're playing?
What do I think about that? I mean, yeah, I think you guys are right. It's like he's more like preaching at this point. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, I mean, he probably could use some jokes in there. But, I mean, who the fuck am I to criticize the guy?
Just a person that's hearing something.
Anyone, there's a mechanic in Columbus, Ohio that's criticizing him right now.
I don't think I'm anybody.
I can't play guitar, and I'll rip Nickelback, and I'll say they suck, right?
You have to be qualified to criticize.
Yeah, I'm not anybody that can criticize.
Once you're doing it, it makes a different person. And then you pick like the fucking like living legend, and I'm supposed to fucking trash him?
No.
We're just trying to be honest, though.
I've never trashed Ellen DeGeneres.
I like Ellen. I hate to say it,
Ellen
but I like her.
Genius.
Horrendous. She looks like she signed the Constitution.
Oh,
is that mine?
It's George Carlin calling.
That's my dad.
Let's listen to more George.
Know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else.
I mean, you know what I mean? You're going to go pick on your fucking grandfather in a goddamn nursing home. Hey, what the fuck is... Look how he walks now. I mean, Jesus Christ. Give the guy a fucking break. He's like 70 years old.
But he's not doing
this. He's still up there doing it.
But he's not doing this act in an old age home. He's doing it on HBO.
But he's also been bitter old George Carlin now for the better part of 10 years.
Maybe I should have prefaced this.
Dude, did you see that AIDS bit he did? He did a fucking bit about AIDS in the early 90s when he was like fucking 93.
He's 69 right now, so he's not even that
Maybe I should have prefaced it a little better. That... Yes, the guy's had a great career. He's been funny. Recently, he's been funny. We've had him on our show.
He stunk.
And he wasn't very funny.
But it was just great to have him on.
It was great to have him on, and I wouldn't sit there and bash him.
We were blown away that George Carlin was sitting in
the guy's
on our
got
show one
credentials.
Day.
The guy can... This shit, fine. His career makes this just... It bowls it over. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying... As I'm putting myself in the position of a paying customer going to this gig and watching it, I would be really disappointed in seeing George Carlin like this. That's all. Like you said, you'd be disappointed, Jimi Hendrix right now would probably blow. But you're seeing Hendrix and you get people going, fucking Hendrix. But you'd be like, yeah, it's not Hendrix.
Hey, be fat now.
Yeah.
Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them.
Dude, you know what this is like?
It
would be like making fun of AC/DC. I grew up, I loved them. You going to tell me they haven't been writing the same fucking song for the last 30 years?
Yeah,
he has.
They got like 2 topics that they write about. I still love them.
They still rock and sound great, though.
But it's still verse, chorus, verse.
You could take them in 2005, take them in 95, take them in 85, and it's very.
Angus haven't been doing the exact same bit the way he moons the crowd.
That's true.
And then Brian Johnson puts him up on his 92-year-old shoulders. I mean,
90.
See, now you got me trashing a band I actually love, but it's just
like the guys. Come on.
Let's get to the end of this George Carlin thing.
You're not going to be hip when you're 70. I mean, that's not really groundbreaking.
Right. But he's on HBO. That's what we're saying. Why does he get another HBO special? Then?
Maybe a younger comic.
All right, you want to pick a guy? Robert Klein.
But there's younger.
Oh my God! Yeah. There's a guy that just lost any touch of relevance. Relating to an audience.
Want me to trash a guy? I'll trash him. He stunk the first time I saw him, and he stunk. I don't.
You don't think he was
funny.
kind of relevant, kind of hip back in the older days?
When he wore his sweater on his first fucking special? I didn't.
You're not brave.
What do you mean I'm not brave?
Robert Klein can't do anything to you. That's why you're attacking him.
What is George Carlin going to do? Have me open for him in fucking Vegas?
You could see that George Carlin has that old man strength, and I think you're scared of it.
Old man strength.
Listen, Opie, I've been around Patrice long enough to know when I'm being baited. Okay? You're going to have to do a lot better than that.
I'll accept that challenge, my friend. Give me time. All right, let's do the last bit of Carlin.
I'm really trying to think of a fucking legend in radio that I can bring up.
That's against their interest. That's right. You know something? They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly
communist Russia. What, I know America's got a few problems in the machine, but man, Carlin, it's making it sound like the Soviet Union of the 50s and 60s.
I don't know what I think about that argument about we don't want an intelligent society. I'm not really sure.
There's so much information available to human beings out there, regardless of what the government-controlled media man, like he's trying to put across.
Media man.
I think he's talking about the big networks and the obviously
anyone who gets
controlled.
all of their information from television or just the newspaper or just is a fucking idiot.
But I think that's what he's talking about right there.
But like there aren't options.
But I will give
only
you
George is finding the options.
The problem is you have to have like a setup and a punch in there. If
please,
that's what you need.
Please, I'm pleased.
Well,
yes,
but he makes a good point. There's not a joke in here to be had.
Yeah, they're great points. You can hear it at a lecture at a college.
Bill Hicks is one of my favorites, and when he was doing all this political
he was
ranting
saying
and
the
raving
same
and
shit,
stuff,
and you were laughing your ass.
Like Bill Hicks?
Not a big Bill Hicks fan, were you?
No.
At least he made jokes out of this stuff.
Because he can't do anything for him because he's dead.
Wow.
No, I didn't say
brave,
that.
Bill.
I didn't say that I wasn't a fan of Bill Hicks.
Real brave. I see the pattern here.
That's not what I was saying. That's not what I was saying at all.
You did challenge me, though. I'm gonna have
fucking Henry Gibson was doing this poetry back on Laughing.
That's right.
Yeah,
Norm
fuck
Crosby.
Both of you guys. Did you guys say this shit to him when he showed up?
No.
Exactly.
Faggots.
No,
I'm not saying I'm not a fucking two-faced fag when these people come onto the show. I am absolutely.
So what are you calling me? You're calling me that right now because I won't trash the guy because he's not here?
At least admit to it when it's safe.
You know what? When you buy some clothes that actually have a fucking label on it somewhere that I recognize, then I'll give you shit.
Wow, did you jump?
Yeah, why are you making fun of our clothes today?
Because you're attacking me and I'm fucking lashing back.
Nipsey Russell.
What is that?
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
I don't know what it is. What is this? What is it?
I can't do radio with you anymore.
What kind of shirt is it?
Van Heusen.
I have a Van Heusen shirt.
Why the
You've never heard of Van Heusen, my friend?
Why the fuck do you have a Van Heusen shirt? I'm with Bill now.
And why are my clothes now an issue?
First of all,
that is the first sign of somebody that has no point left.
That eyes on style shirt should only be like a short sleeve. He has a long sleeve eyes on without the fucking alligator.
That's the type of shirt, that should have some kind of animal symbol on it. I'm with Bill.
You know what that is? That was on a mannequin at Sears, right next to their awful golf equipment and their Voight football with the titanium head.
You have just vindicated me. When you have to jump to my shirt to bail out of the Carlin discussion.
You know why? Because I don't know any fucking legends in radio.
Don Imus
that I could fucking bring up. And you guys always go, Don's great, he wears our shirt and blah, 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 blah. You guys kiss his ass every time I'm fucking in here.
The second he turned on us, it'd be all over for Don.
I'll tell you
George Carlin never turned on me.
I'll tell you what's great about Don Imus if you want to listen. My good friend Don Imus that I called Friday and he didn't call me back.
Yeek.
He's up there. He's in his 60s, and he's still doing great radio. And he's not the same guy he was, 15, 20 years ago. No. But he's surrounded himself. He has surrounded himself with some quality broadcasters that really keep that show going.
Yeah, well, and you can't do that in stand-up.
And he's a great leader that still gets the job done. Definitely. Now back to Anthony's shirt.
What did I do?
Is that your TV shirt?
It's a Van Heusen.
Are you wearing a TV shirt?
I thought we were doing some TV today, so I figured I'd wear something that wasn't so slovenly. But at least I just wore mine, Opie. I didn't bring it on a fucking hanger like you did.
My TV shirt's over there.
Where's your TV shirt? It's hanging. Look, it's hanging.
Yeah, but we're in the trenches.
And let's see what the brand name is on that one.
You know what? He's a professional.
Yeah.
You're a professional.
Dude, it's a Banana Republic. You don't need,
You know what your problem is, man?
MSNBC.
You do radio, man.
I know, man.
I'm going to say
you gotta have a TV shirt.
I'm going to say Van Heusen faggier than Banana Republic.
Fuck that! Banana Republic could be the faggiest attire ever made.
I don't go there a lot, but you could see
that is faggy.
That you go to the Banana Republic.
That's a fine shirt.
And their clothes suck.
I'm not doubting it.
I have 2 shirts from there, I think. That's about it.
You could have stopped it. I have 2 shirts.
Yeah, well, I don't take it as
fucking
seriously
tightwad.
as you.
How much money is he making? He still shops at the Banana Republic.
I don't care what I look like. He cares with the Van Heusen.
I don't care. It's comfortable to me. I'd rather wear something that's a little bit better made than just crap.
Fucking snob.
He really is.
Van Heusen.
Van Heusen. Ugh.
What's that shirt you're wearing?
It's a corduroy button-up.
Right.
I was waiting for it to come back to my navy blue.
Where's the bird fucking needlepoint shirt you had on the other?
Women like that shirt. They respond to
Women
it.
like it.
They rub my chest.
Nipsey Russell, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Nipsey, I mean, Jesus Christ, the guy. The only time I ever saw him was like on game shows.
Yeah, game shows.
Horrendous.
Dean Martin roasts.
All right.
Horrendous.
Horrendous. I mean,
here, let's let the George Carlin play out here.
To run the machines and do the paperwork.
Beating an old man on the show
to
right
passively
now.
accept
No, it's
all
his
these
shit.
increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back, so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later, because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.
You and I? George, now you got to calm down.
George is in it.
George is in it. George, you know you're in it. Stop.
When the Democrats talk about taxing the rich,
he did lose.
They want to tax the rich and all the tax cuts that Bush gave to the wealthy. That's you're in that club.
He lost a lot to the IRS, but I think he's back on top, making some fine money again. You and I now, George, you got to calm down with the you and I.
And they're coming for
you
the
guys
Social
going to show
Security.
footage of like Paul Newman driving his race car next?
Look, we weren't doing
how
anything.
He can't fucking make a left turn anymore.
But playing his audio, and I'm sorry.
Out of all the brutal, horrendous fucking hacks out there that you could have fucking popped in some shit, you pick fucking George Carlin.
Because it's
and then
George
expect
Carlin.
me to pile on.
We're all about pop culture. This is in the now. This just happened, Bill. This just happened.
There's a lot of things that happened, and I didn't hear them on this program.
And Steve actually found 2 clips that he thought were interesting.
I thought they were interesting.
That was a 4-minute clip. There was not one joke in there.
No.
And you're
not
going to see
one
a comedy
joke.
show.
That's the only problem I have with Carlin.
But it's not like Carlin just started doing that kind of material. He's been doing it for years.
But it always had a humor to it. It had a twist, like something funny.
I think he's,
I like the thing where he talks about his stuff and how people have stuff.
Ugh. You see that?
What? I like this
See
stuff,
that?
Joe.
I mean, that's like a guy, he just can never hear Stairway to Heaven enough times.
No!
You're a hack.
I'm not a
You
hack.
are a hack.
I am just
You are a
saying
hack.
that
you enjoy Carrot Top, you go to Vegas, and you watch Carrot Top.
No,
and he pulls crazy shit out of it.
Carrot Top
and
will
you
never
sit there
appeal
with
to
a
me.
look of glee on your face, like you're hooked up to a fucking
I
morphine
hate
drip.
the Carrot Top. Hate Carrot Top.
But he's adorable when he's doing it.
He is not adorable. I mentioned one bit that Carlin did of late, and it's 20 years old.
Yeah, it's 20 years old.
I'm into AC/DC. You shook me all night long. That's a catchy tune.
George,
you mainstream.
I'm sorry.
Right out over the plate.
Oh, I should just love this shit because it's Carlin.
Mr. Carlin,
no, but you just said it. You said I love George Carlin, and you pick up the fucking hacky one.
Mr. Carlin
Hacky.
was
It had
preaching.
some laughs in it at least. Jesus Christ.
Mr. Carlin was just preaching there. That's
that
all.
was preaching.
So did hanging
That was
with Mr.
fucking
Cooper.
politics. That was getting up there and just doing a political speech.
I don't know how many times I have to agree with you that there could have been some more punchlines in
All right,
there.
we're gonna
Some
take a
more.
break. We're
How
gonna
about
take a
one?
I'm not going to sit here and trash George Carlin.
Guys, we got to take a break. It would be a crime
Don't
if
trash Carlin, so turn to my shirt.
It would be a crime if this
That's
show
all you
ended
can
without
trash.
us going to Paradise. Can we all
now here's something we can all...
Can we all get together for Paradise?
No. Why? A poor, drunk, fucking blonde girl, we're going to tear her apart like big, brave men? I'm not going to be part of this. I think Tara deserves a little more
what he's
respect.
being right now?
It's exploitation
he is
through
being
editing.
Childish. You're going to fucking compare Tara Reid to George Carlin?
I'm saying we shouldn't exploit the fact that they edit her to look stupid.
What you're saying is what the fuck I just said about George is the same thing what you're saying about Tara. You're mocking me right now, Anthony, and I don't appreciate it.
You're right.
We're getting together for Paradise after the break, okay?
Okay.